almost every moment of your entire life. You've literally stabbed people in the back like 50 times. I'd never do it again.
You were created to rule. You will always kneel in the end. This might be one of your favorite Marvel supervillain or anti-heroes' iconic catchphrases. Yes, you're correct. It's all about Loki here. Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about the anti-hero Loki, whose TV show was recently released and was the most expensive television show ever made. According to research from Parrot Analytics, Loki became the world's most popular series across all platforms faster than Disney's other Marvel Cinematic Universe episodes such as WandaVision and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The company tracks audience demand, which represents a series' desire for and involvement with it, as well as its overall popularity. Giving Loki the god of mischief, his program, like every other Marvel endeavor before it, necessitated a significant amount of wardrobe, makeup, and special effects work. In terms of the expensive set, SF Gate even stated that Loki makes the Mandalorian appear like a cheap date. We aren't concerned, though, that Disney will go bankrupt as a result. 7 days after its premiere on June 16th, Loki was 89.9 times more popular than the average show around the world, propelling it to the top. I'm going to tell you a story about the naughty god. Loki, the lord of the frost giants, is the father of this powerful prankster. Loki is his given name, and he has a brother named Thor. Loki enjoys using magic to upset superheroes, isn't afraid of murder, and resembles Tom Hiddleston. Loki has always been a live wire in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, one of those characters who steal the show but never takes the lead. Despite this, his MCU wiki entry is already 24,000 words lengthy. Loki is the third television entry in Marvel's Phase 4 of total cultural appropriation. The first 3 phases, together known as the Infinity Saga, include 23 significant movie features. Phase 4 will have 11 films and 13 television series. WandaVision, the first of these concerts, was as contentious as it was ambitious. The second, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, was a minor blip in the MCU that will be forgotten by half of the world's population. Loki is a wonderful TV show based on the first 2 episodes presented for critics, but what makes it so entertaining is that it looks and feels more like a spectacular film. The first episode of Loki is here, and it has a magnificent purpose: to launch a time adventure featuring a beloved character who can appeal to a wide audience. As fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe will recall, the heroes in Endgame saved the day by committing a time heist to steal Infinity Stones from various points in the past to employ it in the present. One of these attempts, which would have transported the Avengers from the Endgame timeline to the Avengers Age, failed, with Loki from the Avengers taking one of the strong stones and fleeing. The protagonist of the Disney Plus show is Loki, who has escaped. He's not the same Loki seen in the films that followed the Avengers, such as Thor: The Dark World of 2013 and Thor: Ragnarok 2015, because he was ripped from the timeline 2017. From a character standpoint, the most important thing was bringing this version of Loki up to speed on exactly what character growth he was supposed to have in another version of his life, had he not been pulled in by the Time Variance Authority. Loki, head writer Michael Waldron told The New York Times. The team, which included Loki actor Tom Hiddleston, brainstormed to figure out which instances from his past would truly depict the character's progression from the films, according to the director Kate Herron. She remarked, "I believe something we all came to collectively was Frigga, because she's his heart. I wanted to convey that he would want to reach out and touch his mother to prevent her death. Then he discovers that he is sadly the one who is to blame." Waldron also stated that the show needed to establish the rules of time travel in a way that hopefully makes logical and can withstand a week's worth of scrutiny before each episode for the opening episode, and make sure you convey those guidelines in a way that keeps the audience awake. "Our jumping off point was the time travel invented and described in Endgame," Waldron explained. "So everything we did had to make sense about that, and we simply wanted to expand on that. This featured the introduction of new Marvel entities such as the Time Variance Authority, which has its origin in Marvel's comic books. Loki manages to capture the big screen energy but in a generous 6-chapter bundle to be delivered at a grueling 1 episode per week pace, which is probably the god of mischief's cruelest trick. So that's all for the plot and the best portion of the costliest Loki TV series of all time. Thank you for watching, and please leave a comment and like if you enjoyed the video.